$1,000,000.75. I can't wait to show it to you again, or I'll just show it to you right now. Now, the matching bracelet, we're about 15 minutes away, and I know the phone line's already kind of lighting up a little bit for the bracelet. So we'll be giving you a presentation on that shortly, so I hope you'll stick around for that. Ooh, I do like them both together, though. Just saying, I'll just stand like this for the entire, no, I'm just kidding, I won't do that. Okay, so my director upstairs, is it still Mary Ellen upstairs? Okay, Mary Ellen's up there. Yes, I am speaking to actual voices that you can't hear. The voices in my head kick in after the show. I always ask for Mary Ellen's pick of the show because she's not just one of our fabulous directors, she's a jewelry aficionado as much as Jen Coffey is. And I go, okay, what's your favorite? And she goes, I gotta tell you, Jen, that estate collection is speaking to me. She loves those vintage looks, I do too. And she said, is that diamond ink or is that diamond? Because that price, I said, honey, that's diamonds. This is Affinity Diamonds, and we've taken it down to a sale price. And yes, I am going to tell you the discounts that we've taken because they are wow. Let's start with the ring. And does this not look to you like that amazing diamond ring that one of your ancestors would bequeath to you? Or that you come across in a vintage or estate sale and you go, oh, how much? I'm afraid to find out. This used to be $524. The ring has now been discounted $128 to bring it down to $396, and then we've cut that into easy pay if you choose of $79.20. Oh, I'm so sorry, that's for the bangle. The ring, 5 easy pays of $22.40 for a sale price of $112. So $22 and change is the easy pay on the ring. The bangle has an easy pay of $79.20 and has been rolled back $128. Now, why do we call this the estate style? Well, it isn't just because it happens to look vintage, although it does. There is a lot of intricacy in the design that is truly a wow. Now, the bangle is available in small, average, and large, and the ring is available in sizes 5 through 10. So that estate style starts with a whole lot of beautiful mill-grain detail. You can see that along the edges. But do you see the sparkle and the glisten from those diamonds? Those are pave set, and many of them. In the bangle, you're looking at a ½ carat total weight. And when I turn it to the side, you see that gallery and the scroll work, the engraving that is done on the side. And look how thick that sterling silver is and how gorgeous that vintage estate style is. Now, it is going to have a figure, actually a double, figure 8 safety closure. And you'll push down on that, and that will open it up. I love it when they're hinged like this and oval on the interior, because that means once you do put it on, it's always going to stay in place, and that panel of diamonds and scroll work and mill-grain always stays on the top of your wrist. So there it is in the bangle. I will give you a look at the ring. In fact, I'm going to put this one on. All right. So really, the ring is essentially a single panel from the bangle turned into a ring. So you see that oval design. I'll give you a measure on the ring from top to bottom. Gosh, we're almost at a ½ inch from top to bottom. And it's domed out on the top. And look, oh my gosh, that ring is going quickly, you guys. And let me make sure I reiterate for you, that ring is 5 easy payments of $22 and change, a 1/5 of a carat of diamonds. You can do this all day and watch it glitter. But look at the doming there on the top and how it's surrounded, just encrusted with diamonds. And boy, anytime you say encrusted with diamonds, you know you have something truly special. There's your fully finished gallery underneath. And I popped it on to kind of show you how it's going to look on the, ooh, my gosh. I mean, that's not a $112 look. What does it look like to you? I love to kind of play that game where you look at it without looking at the price and go, after everything Jen told me and looking at it, I think it would be fill in the blank. And I suspect that fill in the blank is not $112. And certainly isn't $22.40 to get it home. And your easy pay, if you're doing the bangle, $79.20. I love to say that that easy pay buys you a month, right? To think about it. But the thing is, you've now got on any gift purchases until the end of January for any returns or exchanges. And I don't really know anybody who's offering diamonds with an exchange policy that lasts until the end of January of next year. So that's a treat. I've had the pleasure of presenting this in the past. Obviously, it was not at that sale price because we've just reduced that today. So if you've seen it on air before and you've fallen in love, oh gosh, they look beautiful together. No reorder is available. My suspicion is that if you are picking this up, though, this is that Merry Christmas in advance to me, or happy Thursday to me. Just such a treat for yourself. The bangle is starting now to get limited. Remember, 5 easy payments, small, average, or large. And what's amazing is that even though we're talking about all silver and diamonds, same price across the board, small, average, and large. That bangle has a 1/2 carat of diamonds. The ring has a 1/5 of a carat of diamonds. The bangle is 3/8 of an inch wide and is just gorgeous. Boy, pair that next to your watch. To me, it's like an updated look of a tennis bracelet, right? The versatility of it. If you want the ring, 7 through 10 now only are available, and only about 5 dozen across the board. So stay on the lines for that. It's J23401. Let us know if you want to do the easy pay. 5 easy payments for both. Okay, not surprising, I'm hearing that this is already popular. We have one and one only Sleeping Beauty turquoise item in our 3 hours together, and I suspect there's not many on the day. 4 easy payments of $22.40. Do not wait on the large, because I don't know that it will last until our presentation, because it's coming up towards the end of the 3 hours. Sleeping Beauty turquoise, we know the story if you've watched it before. The mine has not been in production for, I think, over 2 years. So the Sleeping Beauty that we have is what we have. And usually that means the price goes up, up, up. But when you're on sale day, the price goes down, down, down. $89 and change, same price, all 3 sizes. And it's a solid silver cuff, which you can kind of squeeze a little bit if you need to adjust it. And I've layered it with my other pick of the show, the Orme bracelet. And I gotta tell you, you can even see the color of the stone from across the room. Oh, look at that. That's why I say it almost doesn't even matter that we talk about how rare the stone is. It's just beautiful. So that's exciting stuff. So that's coming up a little bit later, but I wouldn't wait, especially if you want the large. Okay, as promised, remember I had the black spinel ring earlier, and that was very popular, and I promised you a black spinel earring. The price on these, please get in the habit of looking at your retail values throughout this day and comparing them to the sale price. And by the way, that's not a concocted number. We shop the market. We try to get an average, a conservative one of what this would cost at retail in other places. And really, that makes sense to me, because you're looking at 5.35 carats of black spinel. We love it because we love it just like we love black diamonds. Oh, and it's almost as strong. And it loves light just like black diamonds do. And it loves low light just like black diamonds do. These inside-out hoop earrings are $79. And it's funny, it almost doesn't matter how I turn them unless I turn them all the way around. You would not know that these are an inside-out design. For example, like you're looking right now. You have this curved pave set wall of faceted black spinel. And how genius is it that we prong set them and then cover the prongs in black rhodium so that all you see is like wet gemstones? Those stones, believe it or not, stop right about here. And I'll show you once we kind of do our little tour here. Then they pick up on the inside and pour up the earring so that it looks like you covered both sides all the way around in black spinel. But you didn't, because when I turn it around, you can see the undergallery and how it's left open. See right there, perfect, thank you, Mary Ellen, is where it stops. And so that's genius, A, because you're not wasting stones that you're never going to see, and B, you're not adding any weight or cost to the earring. Omega back design, which we talked about when we started our show. We love it for several reasons, security for one. And also, and I popped on, remember this is just the 1.5 inch. We used to have the 1 inch, but only the 1.5 inch is available. The reason I personally love and prefer an Omega back, unless it's like a stud earring, right, and it's just a post and clutch, the Omega back, because it's so strong, it lifts the earring up onto the ear so that it covers your piercing, which you can see right here. And boy, sorry for looking down at the monitor there, but I caught the glittery fabulousness of that stone. And it's funny because as gorgeous as it is right now, by the way, surprisingly light, as gorgeous as it is right now, and you don't say this about many stones, it even gets better when you bring the lights low. And I know that we usually do in these shows, we're not doing it in this setting. But it's like a high-end camera lens that sucks light out of the air. This stone does that. And so if you're sitting in candlelight, ooh, it sparkles and it glistens and and all these amazing properties, 8.5 on the Mohs scale, right? So you drop these on the counter, it's okay. All these properties that we talk about, in a stone that you would think would cost so much more. And oh my gosh, do they look great. Yeah, this is definitely one of those like pull your hair back ponytail earrings, right? So that it can catch all the light. And it's so glam. And yes, it's true. Anybody for all the world would think that you're wearing black diamonds and go, did you get a promotion? Was it your birthday? You know, was Honey in the Doghouse? Like, how did you get these black diamonds? No, it's black spinel. And so that's why it's been one of the most popular gemstones in recent memory here at QVC. Because it's almost like one of the best kept secrets. And when you set it in sterling silver, you've got it set in a precious metal. That's the only way we set our black spinel, is in silver and gold and bronze. And you get this amazing look, and it just happens to be so affordable. Now, I know we talked about retail value. Let's talk about the QVC original price. Because initially these were $151. So we've taken $72, that's almost half off of the QVC price. Now, as I mentioned, on your screen you're going to see two sizes. One of them is gone, and that will be the story on many pieces throughout our day. Because we're going to have bracelets that we lose the large or the small or the average, because a lot of our ladies are tuning in for this fabulous sale. J281940 is your item number, $79. Okay, we're going to spill the beans. Dan, I had you searching through the pages to look for that lowest rate. Yeah, okay. So I've been teasing you all morning, or all during this hour and 15 minutes. I said that I had the lowest price item of the sale, not in the show, the lowest price item on air today in Creede is this item right here. It is less than 10 bucks. That is not the easy pay. And the last time it was on air, it was about $20. Now it's $9 and change. This is the inspirational message motif necklace. We have it in the cross, the infinity sign, the heart, the anchor, and the elephant. I think I caught them all. And if that isn't good enough for you, I've got the earrings to match too, and those are less than $10. J292060. Take my advice and call in for them now, because it's going to be a little while before we present them. Lowest price, whole show. Okay. So we go back to affinity, right? We already had the estate style bangle and the ring that we love so much. Now we're going to see, in fact we already have, we had that hidden message pendant. We're going to see some inspirational pieces in our show. Actually a couple of weeks ago I had 2 hours of inspirational jewelry. Was without a doubt my favorite show that I've ever done in my 3 years here at QVC. Because I had so many amazing callers call in talking about the pieces of jewelry that they already own and pieces that they've picked up that have a special meaning to them, often faith-based. And this of course is the classic, the cross, as so many of you hold and wear as your anchor throughout the day, as signifying your spirituality, your faith, and many of you collect for fashion elements too. Won't we love it when it's done in diamonds? And done in kind of a modern way, right? 'Cause there's a lot of different takes on the cross. So let's talk about price first. We've taken $122 off of the price. And when you hear these kind of deep discounts, it means you were talking about something when we started that was really high-end, right? Diamonds, silver, it's the same piece. Only now, because we're on sale day, we've taken $122 off, first day ever, first day with free shipping and handling. It will not be reordered though. This is 3/10 of a carat of actual diamonds. I always try to clarify that because people wonder what affinity is. It's just our line of true diamonds. Set in sterling silver. Now I'm going to turn this to the side so that you can see it's bezel set. But I love to point out that that really is a wall of silver surrounding securely every single one of those stones. But left open in the back, right, because they're diamonds, you want the light to cast through, and it absolutely does. So that's why it still sparkles, even though there's a lot of sterling silver there. Now from top to bottom, I don't think this crosses the 1 inch mark. Hang on. 3/4 of an inch from top to bottom. Sterling silver chain, the box chain comes with it, 18 inches long, and 1/3 of a carat of diamonds. So the wow here is what we've done with diamonds. The wow is the price, yes. But here's the beautiful thing, in my opinion. You're paying for diamonds and silver and you get a great deal. That's great. How often are you going to wear it? And that's what I call out in all of our pieces. If this is something you only see yourself wearing once in a lifetime, or even once a year, I'd say, I don't know. Think about it first. But when we look at something like this, many of you will fall asleep in this and wake up the next day and fall asleep in it and wear it the next day and shower in it and go to work in it and go to the gym in it, because crosses do that. You have a tendency to wear them all the time for very good reason. We're on our phone lines, so consider automated ordering. You're going to see that number in a moment. QVC.com is quick, easy, in and out. I often will even text my order to QVC Go. Your phone will take you through from beginning to end. You don't even have to get out of bed. But going back to my point here, when you've got a great price like this and you know it's something that you'll wear on the regular, then it's really something, in my opinion, to consider. And those of you who hold near to your heart, literally, crosses, you get it, right? When you find yourself at your most trying point in the day, in the week, in the month, in the year, your hand goes up to it, right? And you hold it, or you roll it between your fingers, and you're reminded that really, in the grand scheme of things, your troubles are nothing. Because there's a higher power out there that's got it all under control. And that, to me, is what the cross signifies. It's also what the infinity link, infinity sign signifies. We've got that coming up later in the show, too. I have a rosary-style necklace if you want to kind of take it to the next level as well. We have a lot of beautiful, inspirational pieces. But this is going to be the only one that features true diamonds. So you can have that elevated look, which I think makes it even more every day, right? Bequeath it. It will be an heirloom piece that you picked up at a savings of $122. Is now, for the first time, $138 and change with free shipping and handling. J296636. Now, as I mentioned, we have the rosary style coming up later too. $59 and change with free shipping and handling. Boy, oh boy, is this a wonderful gift for those of you gifting to somebody who have very strong faith. 18 inches long. And I think it's just available in the silver. J293012. Ooh, Italian made. All right. So I'm glad I already gave you the heads up that our phone lines were busy. Keep that in mind as we head into our next presentation, because this is my second pick of the show, and close to 200 have already been ordered because a lot of you said, I don't even want to wait. Because I heard what Jen said about people tuning into the sale all day long, and when you say brand new today, your first look, here's your opportunity. You have first dibs. This is the Orme woven sterling bracelet. You may have already heard me mention or seen on air or on QVC.com the Today Special Value necklace that I'm wearing. This is the pairing piece, or independent of the necklace, it is an amazing representation of Turkish design and craftsmanship and a lot of sterling silver that wears like a dream. That is so affordable, and to make it even more so, we've given you the Easy Pay option. Let me break down for you the size choices, the gram weights, and the Easy Pay if you choose. Now, because this is your first full presentation, yay, we have the full size range, all right? And I always say 2, 3, 4, pushing it at 5. But at 2, 3, and 4, we get first dibs, because then everybody starts to wake up and they go to QVC.com and they see our big picks on the day and they start to dial in. Don't wait for the advanced order or wait list on this. Here's your opportunity. Why do I feel so strongly about this? Because of the look that you are getting for the price that you are getting. This is Creede Silver Sale right here, where we go, oh, the silver ladies are going to go crazy. All right, 3 size choices for you. It's the same that we usually offer in our bracelets. And I'll break down the prices and the gram weights. 6 3/4, that's the one that I'm wearing. $33 Easy Pay. If you choose not to partake of the Easy Pay, it's still less than $100. $99 features a full 20 grams of silver. Is a gram weight I don't even usually give in necklaces. And here it is in that bold but still fluid bracelet. I'll take it off and give you the anatomy of it because it's so slinky and fabulous. 7 1/4 inch, 21 grams of sterling silver. 3 easy payments of $34.67. If you're choosing the 8 inch, $119. You can take advantage of Easy Pay, makes it 3 easy payments of $39.67. And that boasts 23.5 grams of sterling silver. Now, more than 1,000 of these have been ordered since midnight, because I know Lisa, when she presented the Today Special Value, only just briefly mentioned the bracelet, and the phone lines blew up over that. What's great is the same properties I'm going to tell you about our Today Special Value necklace are the same properties I'm telling you about the bracelet. I'm going to take this to one finger and show you this. And do you see how this bold bracelet drapes over my finger? It'll do that on your wrist too. And that's important because it speaks to the design and the comfort of this. You're looking at individual, bold, with a lot of surface area links that are woven one into the next. Basically what this is an expanded, bolder wheat chain. So typically when you weave a weave chain, you compress it down, you flatten it out, and it gives that kind of slinky look that we do in necklaces. Instead, this is open. And so it has this slinkiness, this fluidity. It feels like a dream, but the biggest part is the look. Because look at how much that glows on the wrist. The width of it is substantial, but I wouldn't call this a bold bangle style, right? It's bold in that it's silver and it glows like white ice, right? But it isn't because you have a heavy piece or one that takes up, 6 inches on the arm. Instead, in width, you're looking at just over ½ an inch. I'll say that again, it's just over ½ an inch wide. You wouldn't think that by looking at it, right? It's because of the weave, because of the amount of silver, and because of the dimension to it. When you weave it like this, it ends up with a doming effect. So the boldness comes in the height, in the energy, in the number of links that you've got in there, and oh my gosh, does that look fabulous. Then it's going to look fabulous from across the room. And it's going to look fabulous. I mean, I put the Sleeping Beauty turquoise cuff next to it, and I was a little hesitant at first. I go, is that something you can layer with? Absolutely. But I suspect a lot of you are going, you know what, this is all I'm going to need. Now, I've called this out before, too, in reference to our Today's Special Value. And we've got the necklace coming up a little bit later. And I know a lot of you are watching the Today's Special Value necklace, and you're going, oh, that's fabulous. But I don't know if that's really for me. So if you love how gorgeous and bold the necklace is, and you see this as being something you'll wear more often, well, here you go. Because it's a slice of that necklace turned into a bracelet with all the comfort of it, all the substantial gram weight of it, and the look of it made daily wearable. Now, I would argue you could wear the necklace every day too, but I know it's not for everybody. So I just want to call that out for you. And certainly affordable, right? So $99 for the 6 3/4. Easy pay on the 7 1/4 inch, $34 and change. The 8 inch, $119, or an easy pay of $39.67. Let me show you something else about this too. And I always call this out when I feel really excited about it, which I do. I was able to put this bracelet on myself. And if I can do it, you can do it. Why? For the oversized spring ring, which I wish was on everything. Because it means you're not sitting there with your little fingernail trying to get that teeny tiny little post there to slide it back. So it's big, it's wide, it becomes as much a part of the bracelet as the bracelet itself. So you'll hold that back. And do you see how this link is soldered onto the last link of the bracelet? So it's not clanging or moving around. You find and release, and you are done, and you're on with your life, and you're not waiting for your husband to come home so he can put your bracelet on for you. Or if you're me, waking your daughter up. Can you wake up and put this bracelet on, Mommy? You don't have to do that anymore. It's a little thing that's a big thing. But look how it looks on the wrist. When we come from afar, you'll kind of see. Like when I hold still, it looks like a more firm set bracelet, right? But you see behind that hand, and what I'm doing with this right here, and how fluid it is, and how it has that drape there on the wrist. I try to call that out because I know you can't touch and feel it at home. And so I want to make sure you know that it has that comfort to it. I suspect when the reviews start to come in on this bracelet, that's what most of you are going to call out the most. Apart from the look, is how comfortable it is, and how you love how brilliant it is, and how this brings back the pieces in silver that you miss. What's beautiful is that the same family, the same people who put this together in silver, we often request pieces in gold. And that requires a lot of, obviously, attention to detail and attention to time. We've been talking about how the necklace takes 2 entire days to cast, to weave, to assemble, and that same attention to labor and detail is here. And so that name that you see on your screen in a moment, that orme, is Turkish for woven. And so we give it that name because we've never done anything like this before. Look at it from the side and the dimension. How I said it ends up with kind of like a subtle doming effect right there, but the light still moves through all of those links. That's why it does this. Because you have the different surface areas on every single one of those links bouncing the light back in their own individual way. So there's no way that you can wear this and it isn't going to glow, and it isn't going to shine, and it's just glorious. Now, as I mentioned, we have the Today's Special Value necklace coming up a little bit later. So if you missed that presentation, I'm basically giving you that presentation right now. Because everything I'm saying about the bracelet, I'm going to say about the necklace too. It's just a little bit longer. We're about a ½ an hour away from the Today's Special Value. But boy, oh boy, in fact, I was talking to my producer before the show, and I said, I bet you they're really going to love this bracelet. Because it has that same boldness that we love in the necklace, only you're wearing it on the wrist. The other bonus, And one of the reasons why I love to layer up bracelets and rings, that's the jewelry that you see. Earrings and necklaces, you don't. And other people may compliment on you, you see them in the mirror, you love that, you gotta wear them right. But bracelets and rings, you see yourself. So to me, you're getting even more pleasure out of a bold bracelet than you would in an earring, because you're looking at it all day long. So it's as much an enjoyment for you as it is something that's going to be impressive to other people, right? And I know that's one of the reasons why we wear jewelry too. All right, let's break this down for you again. I know a lot of you kind of tuning in or out, or maybe you're drifting off to sleep and waking back up. Stay awake. I got a lot of good items for you in the next hour and a half still. $99 if you're choosing that 6 3/4. Even the 8-inch is less than $120 with a lot of silver in every single piece. Close to 300 orders have been placed just in our show alone. And so I just have to reiterate, because I know it's such a treat. I know a lot of you are regulars here in the middle of the night, so you already know the story. But if you don't, it is a special treat to find pieces that are brand new today in the middle of the night. And not just because it's fresh and exciting, it is, but also because you get your first pick. As we go throughout the day, several of our pieces will be announcing, we've lost this size, we've lost this size, we started with this many, and now we're down to this. And when you see something and it says brand new today and it's 3:30 in the morning, it's an absolute delight. Now the necklace is coming up a little bit later. I mentioned that one's on 4 easy pays. So let's give you a look. I don't think our ladies are wearing the necklace and the bracelet together. So, because I know a lot of you have not seen the Today Special Value yet. So look at this two looks together. And it's a revival, right, of statement jewelry the way it was supposed to be worn. To me, in many designers, statement means this. And I don't know about you, like I love the bold jewelry, but statement that's that big is not every day. And so it's hard for me to justify the price. But a statement like this that clearly makes a statement is meant to be noticed, and that statement is sophistication and elegance and style and grace. That should be the statement that a bold piece makes, I think. And certainly one that you expect to wear every day. And if you expect to wear it every day, then you would expect a higher price tag. Not the case here at QVC. So one more look. 8-inch, we know that's often the first one to go, so here's your opportunity. 7 1/4 inch, and the 6 3/4. I love too just showing it to you on the form and how it drapes over that too. It just feels good. Oh, you're gonna love it. J295981, my second pick of the show. We still have another one coming, but I dial in for that now before our next presentation later in the day. All right, my third pick of the show has already been popular. If you're not sticking around to the end of the 3 hours, check this out. I've only got one watching the show, but the one that I have is $139, fully $100 less than the last time we aired it. Blue, white, and black are your color choices. Solid sterling silver, solid ceramic, mother of pearl face, white zircon on the bezel, stainless steel back, 5-year warranty. The easy pay is $23 and change. Now I'm wearing the black. It likely will not make it to the presentation. Only 2 dozen remain, so I may have to switch into the white or the blue. If you want that black, I dial in now. Free shipping and handling too. $23 gets it home. Woo. Okay. Well, this is a rare treat, because close to 200 of these have already been ordered. I thought it was coming up at the end of the show, but so many of you have been dialing in and asking about it that we said, all right, let's do this already, because you guys and gals just cannot wait. Take a look at this. Now, the information you see on your screen is incorrect. We'll change it. There we go. Quick on the draw. 4 easy payments of $22.40. I have only one Sleeping Beauty turquoise item in the show. I suspect, I don't know the exact count, but I suspect there won't be that many really on the day. And we're seeing fewer and fewer pieces of Sleeping Beauty. There's a reason for that. I'll explain. But where once this was $149 and change, we have dialed that back for the sale for $89.60. If you've shopped Sleeping Beauty turquoise with us, you already know this is an amazing, huge, big-time deal right now. And that's why it's been so popular. Oh, by the way, if you choose 4 easy payments, $22.40. Same price across the board. First time you're seeing it with 4 easy pays, it will not be reordered, because I suspect no way we can do it even close to this price. Let's take a look at your 3 sizes. Now, small, average, and large. And I will tell you, because this was put in my tray and I thought, oh, that's too small. And I realized you can flex it, all right? So if you are on the cusp or the border between 2 sizes, go with the smaller, because you can widen it. You can narrow it. I wouldn't go crazy, right? Because you do still have gemstones on the top, but you have some flexibility and adjustment there. We start with this solid panel wall. Look how thick that is. I'll turn to the side. Of sterling silver. All right, now I already own a couple of cuffs like this in just sterling silver. I wear them all the time. And I paid about what you're looking at on the screen. Let's cover it in Sleeping Beauty turquoise cabochons. And if you've been watching our Sleeping Beauty, because I've noticed this too, a lot of our pieces are seeing fewer and fewer cabochons, and they're smaller and smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and this is the small. And every single one prong set in sterling silver, but just enough so that it still shows, doesn't compete with it, but they're held down tight. And if that looks really, really bright and brilliant blue on your screen is accurate. Because Sleeping Beauty turquoise, we talk about it like my friend Carolyn Pollock, who's here all the time, she and I both agree it's like a slice of the southwestern sky on the most beautiful day. And that makes perfect sense because this can only be found in Globe, Arizona. If you need the large on this, 4 dozen remain. Average is going quickly too. Phone lines are busy right now. So if you're on there, just hang on and listen to my voice. If you haven't gone there yet, QVC.com is easy, easy, easy. And of course, automated ordering. If you ordered from us before, pick up the phone, put the phone back down, keep on shopping, hanging out with me. But as I mentioned, only one place to find this in Arizona, and even that place, the Sleeping Beauty Mine, has been out of fresh production for over 2 years now. So what we've managed to scour and source from our vendors is what we have. So the pressure is on to do amazing things with it, to give it to you affordably, and to give it to you in these sizes and these amounts of cabochons. So when you see something like this, you go, wow, that retail value makes a whole lot more sense. Of $225, or even our QVC price of about $150 makes it affordable. When you dial that back again, $60 less to $89.60, and then we dial that into an easy pay if you choose of $22.40. Exciting stuff. And I love the cuff design too. We've got, and there's advantages to hinges, there's advantages to a spring ring clasp, there's an advantage to the cuff. The advantage to the cuff like this is its flexibility, and then once you get it on, you kind of squeeze it a little bit tighter and it will stay in place, which I really appreciate because for me anyway, sometimes the 6 3/4 turns if you don't have the ability to kind of squeeze it a little bit. So it's a customizable cuff with a glorious color and a fresh pop of color that we're not going to see too many of on the day because a lot of our pieces are all silver or silver covered in gold. So here's something for our gemstone lovers and our silver lovers too. All right, let's give you an update on the sizes, what's available. Small, average, and large. We started with close to 700. Large is gone. We have 100 in the small, 100 in the average, and then we will bid farewell because this will not be reordered. Here's a narrow opportunity to pick up. In fact, I will tell you, it's always a treat. I try to dial up my list of products as early as I can to see, well, especially in jewelry, to see what I got coming up and to see what I want to kind of take pictures of and show you on Facebook and that sort of thing. I did a double take when I saw Sleeping Beauty. I didn't expect to see it at all. And to see, because it's a sale day, right? And I go, well, surely we're not giving these kind of deals on Sleeping Beauty, right? Because the price is just going up, up, up. Little treats pop up. I call them Easter eggs in the show. I'm like, oh, you found one. And here's the Easter egg for you too. All right, we've got less than a minute to go in this presentation. We already lost the large. Remember, this was supposed to be on later in our show, but so many of you dialed in. We said, okay, let's do it. And I'm glad we did, because it sounds like a lot of you have been kind of hanging out and waiting for it. The only Sleeping Beauty piece in our entire show. It's J295810. Same price for both pieces at the end of our event. Whatever remains, likely none, will lose its sale price. And whatever remains will lose its easy pay of $22.44. And by the way, that event ends on the 4th when we have our big finale, right? So keep that in mind. All right, only a few dozen now remain. Stay on the lines for that. Just the small and the average. J295810, the only Sleeping Beauty. Boo, but there it is. I'm glad we got a look. All right. The third of our 3 black spindle pieces is coming up after our break. It'll be brief, So maybe go grab yourself a late night snack. Come back with me, Jen Coffey. Creede Silver Sale continues in just a moment.
Hello, friend. Just passing along a helpful shopping tip for you. Everything you love about QVC is on QVC.com and a whole lot more. I use it to search specific things I'm looking for, or I just browse for inspiration. I love the tips and tricks, and I get them right from the experts. But most of all, I love that I can take it with me everywhere. Visit QVC.com to see what you've been missing.
When it comes to finding a cure for breast cancer, I'm all business. That's why I support QVC Presents Fanny's Shoes on Sale. You should too. Shop beautiful shoes, including styles from my own collection, at half the manufacturer's suggested retail price. Helping others is everybody's business.
Tune in Thursday, October 16th at 6 p.m. Eastern, only on QVC.
Ooh, that fanny sale is a lot of fun. And you got to be quick on the draw, too, because a lot of gals shopping these amazing values and all for a great cause, which is great. And we have a very special event all day today. If you're tuning in for the very first time, good morning, and thank you for joining me. My name is Jennifer Coffey. We're in the midst of our Creede Silver Sale. We do this once a year. It's how we celebrate the last big silver boom in the Old West, and we have our own boom and our own sale with great sale prices that you're only going to see during the sale itself. We've got 18 hours together on air. It's all day long on QVC.com, and then Mary Beth has our big finale on October 4th, so I hope you tune in for that. Now, 3 Black Spinel items in our show. We already presented the ring that you see right here, the hoop earrings that I'm wearing, and I promised you a really cool designer piece. And that's what you've got right here in the Status Design Sterling Bracelet. Sale price, 3 sizes, and 3 color choices, just reduced today. So when you're looking, you're going, it's a silver sale, why am I seeing gold? That's because sometimes we take our silver and we cover it in gold just for good measure. Now, what we have are 6 3/4 at $79, the 7 1/4 $89, and the 8-inch is $99. So even this, look, the 8-inch, sorry, I didn't reverse, the 8-inch still less than $100. Now, we do have the same 3 lengths available in your gold choices, so same prices, only now we're taking the sterling silver and we're covering it in 14 karat gold. Look at this super cool, never seen it before, like look out of Italian runway design. Individual, well really stacks of 3, rondelles of black spinel. And I love that they go all the way around too, because guess what? As you're wearing it, you're going to be rolling it back and forth, right? And it looks like it holds together, it groups together ropes of silver and gold. And then it does it again and again and again. That's why we call it the status design, right? Because they come at opposite angles, gives you some lift on the wrist. And I got to tell you, like the only thing I wish we had a necklace like this. Maybe we did at one point. And look how it all comes together. Now, I don't have gram weights in front of me, but I can tell you, this feels good. And I'm sure it's because it's a combination of the gemstones and the silver. Now, in the 6 3/4, you're looking at 3.5 carats of black spinel. And we get more than that with the bigger lengths, right? Because we add more rondelles. But look at the sparkle on that. Same thing that we were talking about in the hoop earrings. That we love how black spinel, when you take it into smaller stones, you facet them, they reflect the light back even though it's a black stone and they look wet. They look like black diamonds. And they're almost as strong, 8.5 on the Mohs scale. If you hold there, I want to show you one thing about this that I thought was rather fresh and unique. Order the size that you usually do. But here's the cool thing, you have an extender on there. I mean, it's not super long. Let me bring in, it's just a little thing. 3/4 of an inch, so you have some flexibility there. If you're adjusting, or you're putting it next to a watch, or you're moving it from right to left wrist, and you want to have the flexibility there. So it's a more expensive element that I'm glad that we incorporated in there. And I'll layer it with my pick of the show, the Orme. Shake that down, and show you how that looks too. Oh, I love that. Or pairing it next to a watch. Right? Wear it like you would a tennis bracelet. But it's so fresh and unique and different, and people will notice. I love that the black spinel goes all the way around. So there's no way that you can wear this that it's not going to glisten and gleam and glow. J290176. I will tell you the silver, very popular right now. A lot of you, myself included, really love the white-black contrast of the sterling silver and the black spinel too. Ooh, and you're wearing it with the Echo of the Dreamer necklace that we've got coming up a little bit later too. So many fun things. Oh, gal after my own heart does all three colors. That's how I roll. All right, and maybe you can too, right? With that great sale price, just let us know what size you need and what color, the silver, the rose, or the yellow. At the end of the event, you know what happens. That price goes up. Well, hey, speaking of, let's just move on to, because I'm sure you noticed it too, right? And we were talking about the bracelet and you're like, hello, fabulous necklace. And a great example of how we plan out our silver sale. Yes, you see the solid silver pieces, the today's special value, my first pick of the show, those silver bangles, but we have designer pieces in here too, and we have gemstones in here too. Here's a fabulous example of that from the Echo of the Dreamer line. It's designed by Margaret Thurman. And it is, well, and you, if you know her, familiar with her, you didn't need me to tell you that because it's such a signature look, weighty, bold, chunky gemstones like we love them. Free shipping and handling here. Sale price is $217, but I love it when we've got easy pay and I love it when we've got 6 of them because here's your statement piece, the one that you want to kind of, pieces like this, I go, you want to come up with a way to display them in your home when you're not wearing them because they're works of art. And a work of art that you can get home if you choose for $36.33 on Easy Pay. Free shipping and handling. Now, what are we looking at here? Kind of break down the anatomy of it. Obviously, at its heart and its core is sterling silver, otherwise it wouldn't qualify for the sale. But that really is almost the afterthought here because everything else in this necklace is fabulous gemstones, a couple of which I rarely see. I remember I had a malachite piece with Carolyn Pollock, and I was like, where have these pieces been? I love malachite. That is that right here, this deep, dark, fabulous, earthy look in a gemstone. I need more malachite in my life because I love this color, and it has these amazing striations to it. There you go. Look at that. Then we move to a brush. I'm saving the best for last, by the way. Then we move to a brushed bronze bead. That next piece is a green freshwater pearl. Oh, and then we have smoky quartz that we move up to, and that's been faceted. And all of them on sterling silver. And that repeats until we get to the top, which comes together with a toggle closure, which itself is designer and which itself has 3 stations. So you can, oh gosh, even the toggle is kissed in malachite. I told you I saved the best for last. Come on down, if you will, to the bottom. And let's take a look at this. Reminds me of the mirror, mirror on the wall in Snow White. I don't really know why. Like, I think it must have had that frame on it. But look at that chunky, faceted, smoky quartz there in the center. And it's surrounded by just slabs of sterling silver, which are then covered in brushed bronze and kissed on the end with malachite. It is so ornate and fabulous. I'm going to drop my ruler in at its chunkiest point. 1 3/4 of an inch from top to bottom. This comes home if you choose for $36.33 with free shipping and handling. I know we're briefly going to show you another piece by Margaret, a pearl torsade, if you want to stick around for that too. But this is one of those fresh, unique. Remember I said earlier when we were talking about these bracelets, the set of 3, and I said, Creede Silver Sale, we've got the classics, the wardrobe builders, we've got the stud earrings, the hoop earrings, the ones that you stock up on, and then we have this, which is just a look at me piece, that piece that your daughter wants to borrow all the time, and you go, nope. Instead of sale price and 6 easy payments of $36.33. Free shipping and handling. It was just reduced today and will not be reordered. It's a retiring style. Here's your opportunity. Now, as promised, the torsade is available in, I believe, teal and purple. Yep. 6 easy payments of $21.94. But as you can see, it's different kinds of pearls. It's gemstones. You can twist them. $21.94 gets it home with free shipping and handling too. Well, I didn't know this was coming up next, but what a perfect segue. So I was talking about your classics, right? And we've got so many of them in our Creede sale. And I appreciate that, especially when we talk about these sale prices. This is going to be so much fun. Because wait until you see the range of sizes that I have available for you, where even the largest one is $37. And by large, I mean 2.5 inches. And guess what? We have different colors for you, not just sterling silver. As you can see, we have yellow gold over sterling silver available. And in some cases, I've got rose available as well. Let's break this down for you. These have just been reduced today. Although I'll tell you, if this were a brand new today opportunity, QVC's price is even those QVC prices were amazing. When we roll that back, this is that hit the gift button on your table situation, because it's ridiculous. J317168 is your item number. Here are the sizes that we have available. I have a 1.5 inch, which is available in yellow, silver, and rose. So when I say yellow or rose, that means gold over silver. So let's see, how can we do this so that you get the best look? Can I do this? So here's that 1.5 inch, right? And it's available in the silver, the yellow, and the rose. The price on that is $27. There's that 1.5 inch for you. And you know what that looks like. When you get a closer look, though, note that this is a square tubing, which I love because it means the light bounces off of 4 different angles. When it's a round tubing or a wire, you don't get that appreciation. It's more of a sleek look. Here, it breaks the light up. That's why these shine even more. $27. Okay, and if you want to hold there, I'll just switch them out. And there's your yellow. That's gold over silver. And there's your rose. Gold over silver. Okay, next up, we have the 2 inch. This is the most limited of all of our choices. We only have 2 dozen in the yellow and about a dozen in the rose, and that is it. Price on that, $32. I mean, these look for all the world like solid gold hoops that are $32. Vicenza silver, by the way, means made in Italy. Look how brilliant that is. I can't believe the price on this. Okay, now, here's where I get super duper excited. Because I know we have a lot of hosts here who are like, I like the 1 inch hoops. And I'm like, I love you for that. I love it. Some days I wear that too. I'm one of the crazy ones. And maybe you're like me too. 2.5 inch? Yes, I will. And in the 2.5 inch, I have yellow, silver, and rose. The one I popped on right now, $37. And because it's a square tubing, guess what? It's bouncy, it's light, it's movable, and I don't know, dare I say it's sexy? And I'm sorry if that's a word that offends you, but I just think it is. It's alluring, right? And in the summertime, you're wearing them with like a little strapless sundress, and then in the wintertime, you've got a turtleneck on, and this is maybe the only piece of jewelry that you're wearing, and when you're talking, you're moving back and forth, and they have that bounce and that, I don't know, to me it's kind of like a red carpet celebrity look, but it's casual and easy. Oh, I just picked these up, you know, and just popped them on. It's nothing. $37, but it looks like so much more than that. Easily one of the more affordable earrings in the entire show, if not on the day. Versatility in your color choices. So maybe you can do the 1.5 inch in the rose because you have a lot of Bronzo Italia pieces and you love that because it's $27. And if you are one of the few lucky ones, to get the 2 inch, I will tell you now yellow only, and only a dozen of those available. I know that's the sweet spot for a lot of you, right? 2.5 inch, I think it's been about a year or so since I've even said that size in a hoop in any of my jewelry shows. So a rare opportunity, especially when it's $37. $10 off of the QVC price. J317168 is your item number. I'm going to keep these on because I rather like them. Just let us know what size you need. All right, in keeping with our Vicenza silver theme, we're going to take a look now at a bold marquee pattern ring or bangle. Now, towards the start of our show, we had the opportunity to look at a collection from Vicenza that had the same properties to it. And by that I mean bold, electroformed, in the case of the bangle, hinged, and affordable. That's the case with this here. Now you have your choice of a ring on an easy pay of $16.33, or the bangle, which we have in both average and large, and I've never seen anything like this. It's from the Trissano collection, which is near Vicenza, in Italy, obviously, and is a small family that crafts pieces in gold, sometimes silver, and when they do, it is unparalleled in its design. So take a look at Sheila. She's wearing both the ring and the bangle. And yeah, we put the word bold in there when we really mean it. And we really mean it. Now, how can we get this much of a silver look for $49 or $249 if you're looking at the bangle? Well, A, it's an electroform piece. So we start with that sterling silver and then we fill it with a resin core to give it strength, to give it that boldness, to give it affordability. And then in this case, the designers have carved into that silver, carved into the core to give you that repeating marquee pattern, which is, so, I don't know, it has kind of like, I'm probably choosing the wrong time period here, but like Aztec look to it, or at least a global look to it, right? Very artisan in its design, fresh and unexpected. Now we have 3 color choices available for you, so we'll come to me. We only have 2 in the ring, it looks like anyway. The yellow and the silver. In the silver, we have size 5 only. In the yellow, 5 through 10, but limited, all right? So let's give a brief look then to the ring since that one's a little more limited. And take a look at this. Boy, oh boy, this makes me drool. Big, bold pieces like this. A lot of height to it, a lot of doming to it, a lot of pattern to it, but it graduates, it tapers. Boy, wait until you see this close up. You would think this was a gold show from what we were talking about, because that is 18 karat gold over sterling silver, and it's light, but it has that core to it, which you wouldn't want to do to your gold. And it braces and supports it while making it lightweight. Okay, so there's the ring. $49, $16 easy pay. Now here's the bangle. And it looks just like an expanded version of the ring, right? Because you have that doming. Boy, there's some height on that. Let's get a ruler in here. I can't resist. 3/4 of an inch from top to bottom, but because it's domed out, that's how you cheat. Boy, look how brilliant this is. I know, faint of heart, that's okay. Stay tuned. We've got some nice little hoop earrings. The yellow is available in both average and large, but we're more limited in the large, just a couple dozen. So there it is in the yellow. And let's give you a look at the rose and the silver. In the rose, I only have the average, 1 dozen, and then we have the silver. The silver, both sizes, half dozen in each, you guys. Boy, this is almost gone. Okay, so let's take a look quickly at the hinge before we say farewell. And you see how it kind of locks into place? Hinging in electroforming, super hard, often expensive. When you've got it in Vicenza silver on an easy pay of $16 and change or $83, then that's really an amazing value. Price goes up at the end of the sale. J285730. Just let us know what color and size you need if you're picking the ring or the bracelet. Okay. Now, what's amazing or fantastic about silver, gold, bronze, any of the metals that we use, you have, I like to call them perfect art mediums, right? Just like any kind of paint or clay or marble, it's all in what the artist does with it. And so when you start with something brilliant and icy and clean and fabulous like sterling silver, and you facet it and you give it a glitz and a gleam, well, you've created something fresh and different. But the sale prices on this and something that you'll definitely want to layer are going to be super exciting for you. And what's great is that you have this artistry, but it's still casual and fun at the same time. These have just been reduced. There is, however, no reorder available. So as I go through these sizes, if we lose any of them, no reorders. So we'll start with this, and by the way, these will range from 16 to 36 inches. That's why you saw Sheila kind of layering them up, which you can. And depending on how you wear it, you can even put an enhancer on it too, in between those 2 beads, but it's fabulous on its own. So 16 inch right here is $20. Yay, we hit the $20 gift button. $20, or you can take $17 off the QVC price if you like to look at it that way. 18 inch is $24, $17 less than the QVC price. Here it is in the 20 inch, $26. We've taken $18 off. It's all silver. Here it is in the 24 inch. And that one is $34, $20 off. And then, and I love it when we have it available, although I swear it's always, well, not always, but almost always the first to go. 36 inches. Why do I get excited when I think? Because it's like you have 2 necklaces in one. Because you can turn it around. Yeah, I knew it was the case. 3 dozen are available, and is right now the most popular. So it's almost gone. $49 if you're choosing the 36 inch. So if you love the 18 inch, get the 36 inch and double it up, right? And what's really cool is no matter how you wear this, for example, here's the 16. And I move it like this, or like this. It's kind of, I mean, and look how they're all layered right here. This is like a work of art. It's this really, it turns it into a geometric look, right? Because of the way those spheres lie on the chain. So it's never going to have a perfect circular drape. That's the point. So it starts off really cool and edgy looking, but then when you break up the quote-unquote ordinary chain with these faceted globes of sterling silver, well, what happens? You don't need me to tell you. This happens. Sparkle and shine. And it's really cool because it's like a magazine cover look, but it's simple. So, it reminds me of today's special value where you go, you can take something like silver, just do something kind of cool with it, something different, and it turns it into something that looks like $1 million and different. And that's the whole idea. And I know that's why so many of you have been tuning into QVC for decades. We've been hearing from you throughout the show. I hope we continue to. And what have you been saying? I come to QVC because the customer service is great and the prices are great, but really it's because you find pieces you can't find anywhere. And those of us who have discerning tastes and like the really cool pieces, but you go, oh gosh, that price, affordable prices and amazing looks. Now the 36-inch, as expected, gone. No reorder. The 20-inch is probably going to be the next one to go. Remember, we've got 16, 18, 20, and 24. And you know what? I'm going to play with something here and see if we can do this. I suspect that we can. I'm going to take the 24-inch off. Yep, okay. So if you wanted to, and I imagine you would only do this with the 24-inch. Maybe you could do it with the 20. You could take that lobster claw and take it down past one of the globes, the spheres, and that'll kind of lock it into place. So if you go, I don't know, who wears a 24-inch? I don't do the 24. Get the 24-inch and you can turn it into like a 20-inch or an 18-inch simply by locking it next to one of those other globes. Look, it's a hack, a jewelry hack. Or if you missed out on the 36-inch and you want to turn it into that 18-inch. You have some flexibility there, but not too much because we've already lost one size. And that price will go up at the end of our sale on whatever remains. Remember, we've already lost one size. No reorder. First day you're seeing it at that low Creede sale price. As promised, at 4 a.m., we said we'd do it. I know we're breaking tradition, but it's time. The best and biggest value of the day. We call it the Today Special Value, and it starts again right now. So we only have one opportunity on our Creede sale. First of all, we only do this once a year. And we only have one item that we can spotlight as the biggest value on the day. But it can't just be a value, right? We know our silver lovers, our jewelry lovers are tuning in and they're expecting something amazing. Boy, oh boy, did our designers and buyers deliver. With the Orme woven sterling necklace. If you saw the bracelet, my pick of the show that we just presented, this is going to be a copy and paste of that presentation because everything that I love about that bracelet is now turned into a fabulous necklace.